Meanwhile, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has formally submitted his candidacy for presidential elections in March. He officially submitted an application to the National Election Authority. Candidates must register by January the 29th. According to the presidential elections law and the Egyptian constitution, presidential candidates must receive endorsements from a minimum of 20 members of parliament or 25,000 citizens from at least 15 governorates, with at least 1,000 endorsements from each governorate. President el-Sisi, who declared his intentions to seek a second term last Friday, is currently the only candidate to officially register for the polls. Right, to discuss this further now, I'm joined live by Besha Abdel Fattah, a political analyst at the Al-Ahram and the former editor-in-chief of Al-Ahram Democracy Review in Cairo. Thank you for joining us on Africa Live. Now, are we likely to see only one candidate contesting for the presidency in the upcoming polls in Egypt?
First of all, I'd like to thank you. Until now, we still have only one candidate, who is President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. But we still have few days till next Monday. And in these few days, we should expect any astonishing actions from any political figures. Especially the Ministry of Health declared that 3 main political figures began the medical test for running for the presidency. And some rumors and news said that there are many political figures preparing themselves for the elections. They didn't declare till now, but we still waiting the next few days before the end of the time.
Now, most of the opposition challengers have withdrawn from the presidential race. One withdrew last evening. What are the main reasons, or is it a case of being intimidated into withdrawing?
Yeah, I think both reasons are founded because all the withdrawal from the presidency said that they faced many troubles, many delays, many obstacles, like detaining their followers and supporters and their crew in the presidential campaigning. They also said that the presidential process is not fair enough, is not transparent enough. But in the same time, they don't have a real chance for the competition in front of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. So I think both reasons are founded in this situation.
Well, Egypt is going into an election now. It's been a very calm few years there under President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. Now, this Thursday marks 7 years since the ouster of long-time ruler Hosni Mubarak. So what democratic gains have been realized in Egypt to date?
I think democracy is a postponed project for Egypt after January revolution, because President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi said, we are not ready now for democracy, and he gave the priority to rebuild the country on the security side and the economic side. And then he said, in the future, after 20 years, we can talk about democracy after preparing the country and people for this democracy. So we cannot say that we have a real or a perfect democracy now. We are in the beginning, we are trying, we are in the democratization era, not the democracy era. Maybe after a few years we can talk about that, or the next presidential elections in the year 2022.
Well, we have seen previously, though, the Egyptian military playing some sort of a role in governance issues in Egypt. Now, what extent will the Egyptian military continue playing an important role in the country's governance, given the fact that you've mentioned that democracy may take another few years to be realized?
The military is playing a vital role in cooperation with the civilian sector. We are in a transitional era, And during this era, the military should play a vital role, especially when the civilian elite and the civilian sector is weak. It is now very weak in Egypt, so we need the help of the military up to a point. And after the civilian sector become powerful, I think the role of the military will getting down and will be reduced in the future. But many democracies and many other countries depended on the military in the beginning of its project for democracy and for the sustainable development. So I think in the future, the military role will be reduced and will be reduced.
All right. Bashir Abdel Fattah joining us there from Cairo with an update on Egypt's upcoming elections. Thank you.